Hello everyone, welcome back to episode 6 of my Pokemon Brilliant Diamond Nuzlocke playthrough. My fake name is Potato Rat, but of course that's not my real name. Now, in the last episode, we made our way to Floroma Town and also encountered a few trainers, including these weirdos in blue bowl cuts. Now, for this episode, there's a couple of objectives we're going to try to meet. The first one is we're going to try to beat Team Galactic in this town. And the second objective, which we're actually going to complete first in this episode, is we're going to make our way back to Route 218. The reason for that is I was reading a couple of comments left on my videos, and you guys did provide a couple of good feedback regarding this Nuzlocke playthrough. The first one being that Magikarp is probably better to catch a Magikarp as soon as possible because firstly, I could get a Magikarp encounter out of the way in the future, because even with a good rod, you're still gonna fish up a Magikarp. The second reason is, if I do have a Magikarp, I could have an earlier access to Gyarados, which could be pretty helpful in the future part of the playthrough. Now, the other comment I was also reading is that it's also good to have a access. Psyduck could also come in handy because of its learn pool, and I don't disagree with that. Like, looking at Psyduck, it already has access to Confusion, and I'm pretty sure it can also learn some Ice-type TMs. Now, the problem is, I'm not really confident about using Peking Duck for some of the important battles closer to the end of this playthrough, assuming I make it all the way to the Elite Four. And the problem is that it's because I know even though there's a Fire Elite Four, he does have some counters to some water types, so I'm just trying to work out a strategy still on how to handle that. And the other problem is Cynthia's Guard Chomp, of course. That thing does hit like a tank, it has rough skin, so I'm just trying to think, should I have a Water Ground? Should I try to get a Water Ground type combination Pokemon? Or if I have a Gyarados and it somehow stays alive throughout this playthrough, I could just keep switching back into a Gyarados onto the Guard Chomp and get that Intimidate off. And hopefully I could get some attacks. I could lower the attack stat enough just so that it doesn't wreck the rest of my team. But that's something we'll just keep figuring out along the way. It's too early to fully decide right now. But seems like no Magikarp so far. Let's try this area. Oh, and it's gonna be a Magikarp. I predict it, because that's the only thing you can catch with an Old Rod. Now, so this will be our first encounter for Route 218, and just to keep track of everything else we've encountered so far, we've also encountered Pokemon at Route 201, 202, 203, Orberg Gate and Orberg Mine, and also Route 206, I believe, and 207. So I'll later edit some text on the screen just so you can visually see what we've caught so far. And I almost attacked the Magikarp again. That would have not been a good thing. So let's just quickly get this into the ball. Get in the ball, you fish. Alright, sweet. Alright, welcome to the team, Magikarp. I don't know if you're gonna stay in, but you're gonna... I guess you'll still be here for now. Maybe I'll name it Barbecue Carp. I play on a barbecue pork, but it's actually barbecue carp. Alright, perfect. Now, I'm kind of thinking, maybe for Psyduck and Magikarp, I haven't decided which of the two to kind of keep. If there's any suggestions anyone would like to leave in the comments, feel free to do so. But maybe for now in this episode, I'm just gonna, for the next couple episodes, I'll leave both of them in a party, just so they both have the chance to kind of level up, learn some movesets, or in Magikarp's case, just evolve. And then... Oh, looks like we're gonna have to progress with the story first.
Help, help, trader! Please, can you get my papa for me? He works at a Valley Windworks, but the people dressed like space aliens are mean and won't let me in.
Alright, so we can't really progress any further. These space people are in the way after all. Shame we don't have a Machop in our team either. Not after it got massacred in a last fight. Are you kidding me? Well, so what I'm gonna have to do is, I think it might be good to train up Cave Snack and Bug Chips, because they will be the perfect counters for the upcoming gym, the grass type gym. Now, I'm thinking Cave Snack does need more of the experience, but we'll use Bug Chips for this first fight, because there's one thing I forgot to do at Floroma Town. There's a TM called Pluck. That'll give us an early access to a decent flying attack for Zubat to use right away. But let's first get rid of this grunt. Our first encounter with a Glameow. We're going to keep running into a whole bunch of them as we encounter Team Galactic, so if there's a team member I can bring onto, if there's a Pokemon I can bring onto the team that has access to a good fighting move, that would be great. Now that Growl's not really going to do much. I think Fury attack does get stronger with every consecutive hit. And that's one fight down for this episode. Alright, perfect.
That's right, the other key's not here. My cohorts in the Flower Patch have the only other one. Hahaha, in that sense, I'm no longer the loser.
Okay, well, looks like he locked himself into the building, so we're gonna have to quickly progress to the other side. Talk to those other Team Galactic grunts. Oh, yes. Let's get the TM Pluck. Now, I think I talked to this girl over here. Nope, it's not her. I think maybe in this house then. Do you have Pluck? Nope, that's not her either. I could have sworn I got Pluck before in Floroma Town. Oh, yes, that's her. Perfect. We even get 3, just in case we lose Zubat. We can always teach Pluck to another Pokemon. Isn't that handy? Now, I'm probably gonna hold off on teaching Rock Tomb to any of my Pokemon. I feel like Rock Candy might learn it naturally, so we can hold off on that. We'll teach Pluck, however, to Cave Snack. Just so Zubat can do something that's more than just absorb. Maybe Mean Look could kind of come in handy, I'm not sure. We'll just get rid of Astonish for now. It's just a shame that in the early stages, Cave Snack, or Zubats in general, are kind of more difficult to use. The good thing about this game is, even though the XP share does in a way make things a little easier, it kind of helps cut down the grinding time, which I think time is valuable, so it's kind of nice being able to save time while training on Pokemon. So I would say training up a Zubat in this game is probably a lot easier than training up a Zubat in Pokemon Diamond. And we're going to quickly deal with this situation here. Enough arguing, old man. Hand over that sweet honey. Do as we say. Team Galactic will have that honey. We must have it to attract Pokemon in great numbers. Hey, this kid is a witness. What will we do? We can't have the brat running off to get help. The solution's simple. We must ensure the brat stays quiet. And this episode is just gonna be filled with fighting Team Galactic grunts. Alright, so I made the right choice. I vaguely recalled they use a lot of bug-type Pokemon, so this will be this might be a bit of a spotlight for Zubat in this episode. Probably not all the way through, because I know the boss for this episode, one of the Team Galactic commanders, does have a pretty strong cat to deal with, so a little concerned about that one. That one might be a little challenging compared to the last gym. The last gym was surprisingly not too bad. I was expecting it to be a lot worse, but I was pretty lucky not to encounter any other moves aside from Headbutt from the Cranidos. Just Bodos. But also, I didn't even know Cranidos could learn Bodos. I'm up next. Hehehe. Battling you right after my cohort has weakened you gives me the edge. I did not read that right. And it's a Zubat. Zubat vs Zubat. Here we go. Alright, so we're just gonna pluck it one more time. And that's all we need to do. And looks like we took no damages, so that's pretty good. We don't have to stop by the Pokemon Center again. I think at the end of this episode, I'm just gonna quickly collect some berries as well. Just to see if we can get some Oran or Citrus Berries. It'll be good to give some more equips to our other team members, aside from Turtle Salad. And... oh, what's this thing? They seem to have forgotten it. It's a works key. It must be for the Valley Windworks. It's of no use to me. You may as well have it. You obtained the works key. Thank you. You have surely saved me. Those goons were trying to rob me of my sweet, sweet honey. They sure were weird though. You saw how they were dressed. What they were saying didn't make a whole lot of sense either. Oh, I need to thank you. Will you take this as my thanks? You obtained a jar of honey. If you slather that honey on a sweet smelling tree, it might attract Pokemon. I don't know if it's gonna be worth trying to get a honey tree Pokemon. But let's just buy a whole bunch in case I do want to. Now, the only honey tree Pokemon, there's only 2 honey tree Pokemons I would probably like to try to get if I do even attempt to. The first one being Munchlax, but I think Munchlax only appears on certain trees. And then there's also Heracross. I tried using a Heracross for the first time in my playthrough of Pokemon Brilliant Diamond, in a regular playthrough, and it was actually really handy. You know what? Let's just check if this is a new area. I guess it's technically part of Floroma Town, so let's just slather this with honey. I don't know if I'll come back to check on this tree, but it's better just to have it down in case I want to come back here. And let's make our way to the Valley Windworks. Oh, we can also get our first encounter here. Should I get it from the honey tree or should I get it from the patch of grass? Maybe I'll hold off for now. I think I'm doing a little better with keeping track of the first encounters. And we have a full team, so we're not really in a rush to get any more new Pokemon yet. Unless we're trying to diversify the type composition. What? No way, you have the key? Locking the door was meaningless. I am the loser in this after all. This is no time for self-pity. I've got to alert the commanders. Yep, and he runs again. Okay, so we're gonna storm this Valley Windworks. Oops. think... Okay, so here's my strategy for dealing the Purugly. I think first we're gonna get rid of the Zubat with maybe... We'll try to get rid of Zubat with a Zubat. I hope that'll work. And then if Zubat's still at full health, we'll try to use Pluck, just so we can take away the berry. But if Zubat's weak, we're gonna have to switch into someone else. And I think we'll try switching into Kricketune, just so we can either Kricketune or Turtle Salad. Oh, actually, I do have Rock Smash right now. I really wanted to avoid using too many of the TMs, because in case I need it in the future, but thankfully we have 3 Rock Smash TMs. I think the best is to give Rock Smash to whoever has the best defense stat. Right now, let's see, Turtwig's at 26. Okay, so I guess it's no question then, it's gonna have to be Rock Candy. Okay, so Rock Candy, you're a rock who's gonna learn how to use Rock Smash. Smash you, or destroy your fellow brothers and sisters. We don't need tackle anymore. Maybe we'll revise the strategy in a bit. But something tells me these are all going to be mostly bug types, or maybe Glanmeals. Wurmple. Is it a Wurmple? Nope, it's a Cascoon. Close enough. The neat thing is all they really do is harden. I kind of wish they did give Team Galactic more interesting Pokemon. I mean, I know the Sinnoh's Pokedex, at least in Diamond Pearl, is kind of limited. But I think they're Team Galactic. It would have been nice to have more space-related Pokemon given to their team members. Water Pulse is good, though. I think they're just gonna get rid of Water Gun. I don't want to have too many of the same move typings on a Pokemon. Just to give them better coverage. Barbecue Carp. We're not gonna be able to use Barbecue Carp for a while, or at all. Might be a while. Alright, here's another one, and then I think it's already gonna be the Team Galactic Commander. That's pretty quick. Alright, and I wonder what's the other one. Probably another bug type? I haven't really had to switch Pokemon at all. Oh, okay. Maybe I do have to now. I mean, it's just a Glanmeal. What's a Glanmeal gonna do? But just to be safer than sorry, we're gonna... Okay, maybe I'll try using Psyduck for a bit. Because if I learn how to use Psyduck properly, then maybe, just maybe, Psyduck could stay on the team for good. But if not... Oh, I hate Fake Out. Okay, let's see if we can get a crit with our Water Pulse. That's another Pokemon... Pokemon tentacle... another tentacle aspect of Pokemon I didn't realize. Is that using the same typings? Maybe I'm wrong, but I think using the same typings will give me a better chance at crits. That Water Pulse is actually pretty good, though. now I'm kind of tempted to keep a Psyduck in the team. Okay, so Turtle Salad is actually getting pretty close to leveling up. We'd like to see that. Curse. I think that slows down the speed, but doubles the defense. I'm gonna... We already have Withdraw. Or wait, does it boost the attack? I think it boosts the attack. Well, even if it turns out to be less useful than Growth, I can always teach it Work Up instead. Alright, and now we have just one more trainer. This might be a... I'm slightly concerned for this one. It's going to get more tougher in Eterna City, but with 2 boss fights in that city alone. But this one... Oh boy, how should I... Let's just waste a potion on Pecking Duck, just in case we need it. Now, for that Zubat, I really wanted... Because I don't want to switch the Zubat into a Perugly if I'm trying to pluck it. But I'm also concerned about switching anything else into a Perugly. So I'm gonna really just hope Perugly doesn't hurt Rock Candy too much. And if it turns out it doesn't, we can just keep using Harden at first, and then whittle it down with Rock Smash. Okay, well, let's just YOLO this. I'm one of Team Galactic's 3 commanders. We've been trying to create a new world that's better than this one, but people have shown little understanding about what we do. You don't understand either, do you? It's a little saddening. So let's have a battle to decide what we should do next. If I win, you leave. If you win, we, Team Galactic, will leave. Oh, that's very honorable. I feel like if you're dealing with a criminal organization, even if you win, they're just not gonna leave. But, good thing for Pokemon logic. But I think that's something I appreciate about the Sinnoh games, is they give the boss fights some actual challenging Pokemon in the beginning. Like, I'm pretty sure Glameow doesn't even evolve that early on in the fight. Or sorry, doesn't evolve early on. Like, evolves in like level 20 something. That... Jeez. Already got it confused on me. Maybe it's time to pivot. Okay, we're gonna pivot our strategy. Okay, we're gonna try to use Confusion with Psyduck. I almost forgot Psychic moves are good against poison types. Let's see. And that's Zubat down. Okay, so now we have a Perugly to deal with. And that's a little disturbing to deal with. Maybe I can try to Tail Whip it once. I really want to try Tail Whipping it once, just to lower its defense. And then see if I can switch into Rock Candy just so we can have a bit of a setup. Should I risk it? I think, okay. Let's try to take a risk here. There's no way Perugly's gonna kill it in one hit. Okay, maybe it could, so I'm gonna have to switch out now. Alright, Rock Candy, you're up. It's your time to shine. Okay, so let's use let's just try to set up some defenses. Of course, you're gonna use Growl. This might be a battle of attrition. Whoever can survive the longest will win. Okay, let's harden one more time. I think Perugly used to have Feint Attack in the original games. Looks like it has Thief in this one. Might actually be a little more challenging in a sense if you're holding any items. I think we can do with one more Harden, and then we're going to heal up. And then... Actually, I don't think there's a need to heal up yet, but... I don't quite like how it's already used Growl twice. We're gonna barely do dance to each other. Well, in the meantime, I'm going to quickly turn off my mic because I just want to have you viewers, just have all of you kind of appreciate the remix Game Freak did for Team Galactic's Commander battle. Something I always kind of enjoyed was they gave different themes to different ranking members of the villains. For like I know in at least for the Hoenn games, they did have different music for the boss and the grunts, but they also had kind of different themes for the grunts and the commanders, which is a really nice detail to add. So I'm just gonna quickly turn off my mic and turn up the music for the game. And that's it, one more Rock Smash. There we go. Surprisingly, Geodude's coming in pretty handy this early on. I think right now... Okay, good thing I didn't teach Rock Tomb, or was it Rock Throw to Geodude? Because it looks like we already got another move to teach. I don't really like to have a move that keeps me from using other moves or switching out. So I'm gonna switch out Roll Out with Rock Throw. Just so in case if things ever get dicey for Rock Candy, we can always switch out to another Pokemon. I mean, that was a really close call for Peking Duck. I really underestimated that Fake Out. And a lot of our team members are leveling up, which is good. That's what we want to see. Oops, I messed up that one up. That's alright though, I quite enjoyed our battle. I guess it's time to say goodbye and leave for the time being. And she's gone. Team Galactic. They were saying they had to get our Pokemon and energy no matter what. It was for creating a new universe, or so they claimed. Nothing they said made any sort of sense to me. Anyway, I can't tell you how grateful I am to you for saving me. I can finally see my little daughter again.
Papa! Yuck, Papa, you're stinky. Go shower now, Stinky.
Oh, sorry. They had me working non-stop. Thank you,
Thank you, Trader. You made those bad people go away. I think the balloon Pokemon will come visiting again.
Yeah, so every Friday, Drifloon appears. I think I'm gonna skip out on Drifloon because, just for me personally, I can't really see it as being a random encounter for the first encounter. So we're gonna save this area, Valley of Windworks, for future episodes in case anyone who's watching has a suggestion on what to do. But otherwise, I can say this is where the episode ends off, and I'm just gonna go collect some berries. Until next time, see ya.